What's up, everybody? I'm the Yellow Ranger, and on this episode of What the Fuck, we're going to be talking about Robert Hansen. This guy right here, the Butcher Baker. Robert Hansen was known as the Butcher Baker. He was an American serial unaliver where he was active in Anchorage, Alaska during the 1970s and 1980s. He earned his nickname because he owned a bakery in Anchorage and was well known in the local community. He was known for being quiet, hardworking, while secretly leading a double life as a brutal predator. His full name was Robert Christian Hansen. He was born in Estherville, Ohio. He moved to Anchorage, Alaska, where he owned a bakery. He was married with children. He was outwittedly, mild-mannered, socially awkward, and soft-spoken. He had a history of being bullied for his stutter and acne. Between 1971 and 1983, Hansen abducted, essayed, and unalived at least 17 women, though some estimates suggest more than 30. His victims were often young women, dancers, or ex-workers he lured by offering money or rides. After kidnapping them, Hansen would fly them out of his private bush plane deep in the Alaskan wilderness, where he would release them and hunt them down with a pew-pew or bow and arrow, treating the unalivings as a sport, some form of a sport. He was caught in 1983 after one of his victims escaped and managed to report him to law enforcement. They obtained a search warrant and they found pew-pews and matching ballistic evidence from crime scenes, a jury belonging to the missing women, a detailed map marking burial sites near the Kanik River. He was charged with 4 unalivings but confessed to many more as part of a plea deal to avoid the death unaliving. In 1984, he was sentenced to 461 years in prison without the possibility of parole. He was incarcerated at Spring Creek Correctional Facility until his death in 2014. His story inspired the film The Frozen Ground starring Nicolas Cage and John Cusack. He was one of Alaska's most notorious serial unalivers. His crime reveals the vulnerability of transit women in remote areas and led to increased attention to missing people in Alaska. What are your thoughts on Robert Hansen and the fact that he actually kept a map marked with where he unalived these women and he treated it as a sport? Most of these women were ex-workers and people who were runaways and nobody really cared about. If it wasn't for this one girl escaping, then he never would have been caught. Check out the movie Frozen Ground. As always, like, subscribe, and follow for more content. Peace.